I bought a crashed 2016 Mini Cooper S to completely facelift it to look like a brand new 2023 vehicle. So in this video, we're gonna show how, if that's even possible, as well as at what financial cost. My name is Ethan, and welcome to Car Creations. So when I came out with the idea, I had just moved to Michigan. I didn't have a car, and I was scrolling through a bunch of different crash websites like IAA as well as Copart until I found the perfect car. It didn't have a salvage title, clean titled, and I bid and bought the car for $6,000. A lot of money to sink off the bat into a car that I wasn't even sure, one, if I could fix it, and two, if my vision of facelifting this car would work. So how did I know that facelifting this car would indeed work? It takes a lot of money to manufacture a car. So what they will do is facelift the car every 2 or so years and basically modernize this car. Mini is a manufacturer that is no different. A 2014 Mini is exactly the same underneath as a 2023. So if I took an old Mini, a 2016 in my case, this LCI2 facelift should work on this car. At least I hope. Get little plastic bags, and I'm gonna label literally everything. I'm gonna label all the good parts, I'm gonna label all the bad parts, and I need to be organized as possible with this because if I don't, maybe in a bit of trouble when we go to do stuff here. So right off the bat, I started ordering parts. I took everything off the car that was broken, and I found the first issue. Frame rail on the one side was completely bent. We got that bent back, $1,000 down the hole, but it was looking square and looking fabulous. At this point, I was ready to start on the 2023 upgrades, and the first thing I did was installed the brand new steering wheel, the heated steering wheel from the new cars into this car, and that cost $1,863. A lot of money, but it looked really good, and it is a wonderful addition in the winter. After that, I replaced the radiator as well as all the other little pieces and broken components that were on the front end, and that cost a total of $1,608.83. Next, I brought the car to a friend's shop because I want to have the air conditioning changed properly. While we were there, we upgraded the intercooler as well, and the cost for all that was $400. At this point, we were finally ready to put the front bumper on. I already had the bumper ordered, I got it painted, and we put it all together and put it on the car. With this beautiful bumper, all put back together and painted, and I'm ready to put on my car, so let's do it. And that was a huge milestone. I was so excited to see the front of the car just take shape, and it looked fabulous. The cost of the front bumper was $2,395.95, and then the paint, to paint the little pieces, was around $200. Although the car was fine, I did buy the rear bumper as well, and that was because I want to do an entire facelift on this car. I want to make the entire car look like a 2023. Unfortunately, the bumper didn't fit. So basically, you have two different variants of this car. You have the 2-door and the 4-door. Mine was the 4-door. And we thought the parts would be the same. They were not. We found the correct bumper portion of it, the bumper skin. We got that painted, and finally that was fitted. Unfortunately, the diffuser bit was still for the 2-door. And that basically changed the shape of the rear slightly, and it really didn't look good. We ordered a new one from Europe, but it was an entire year before we got the right one. So we just lived with the rear looking slightly odd. The cost to paint the bumper was $400, and then the bumper with the diffuser was $1,394.95. So the last thing that we did before we were able to put the car on the road was get the front hood installed. Now I could have gotten one painted and got that installed. That cost a lot of money. So we decided instead to get a carbon fiber one custom made and sent from China. And that cost $1,800 and looked fabulous. I'm so glad that we decided to go with that instead. With that, we got the car on the road. Right away, I wanted to do a modification, and I upgraded the wing on the back to be a GP3 style wing, carbon fiber, and we did this to match the front hood. I didn't need to do that for the 2023 upgrade, but it looked amazing. So I'm so glad I did that, and the grand total for that was $900. Next, we set our sights on LED lights. And this wasn't just a normal LED upgrade where you just take out a bulb and you put in an LED one. This was a full-on retrofit. And on the end, I had the right connectors for the fuse, connected it to F50. No one had really done this before me, but I did find a wiring diagram of a 2023 Mini, and so with that, I was able to cross-reference a couple things, and before I knew it, I was cutting and splicing the wires in my car, which was rather scary, let me tell you. With coding, we got everything working like factory, and I was super impressed with how they turned out. They look amazing. And the final cost for the lights was $2,000. So the 2023 upgrades were coming thick and fast at this point. We turned our sights to the interior of the car. We took out the dash, we took out the analog cluster, we took out the infotainment system, and we replaced the dashboard with the LCI2 piano black LED version. And it looks so good. It took me a lot of cutting of the car to get it to fit, but the final product was definitely worth all the effort. The cost for the dashboard was $693.50. And then the digital cluster and infotainment I've done before, and so it was a cinch to put on. And that was one of the biggest upgrades for this car. It completely made driving the car go from feel like you're driving an old car to driving a brand new car. And the cost for all this was $2,270. Finally, we're almost done. We just added the Union Jack taillights. We added some black mini logos on the front and the back, as well as the LCI2 scuttles that you kind of see on the car behind me right here. That was $200 and set the car out and make the car look epic. That is everything that we've done with the car, all the LCI2 upgrades, but I guess I should be asking myself, was it worth it? Would I do it again? My goal was to get this car below the cost of what a 2016 Mini Cooper would be in 2021 when I started this project. A car at that time was around $24,000 to even $29,000, I saw a few. And the final price for this build was $23,327.02. Meant I squeaked right under that, which is amazing. That is so exciting. And because not only did I buy this car for cheaper than most of the cars on the market, but also this car looks like a $40,000 brand new car, which blows my mind. It makes this car even more fun to drive. If I were to be given the chance to do this all over again, absolutely would do it. It was a ton of fun and I learned so much, and I can't wait to look to the next project and see what else I can retrofit. We hope you enjoyed. Please make sure that you hit the like and subscribe, as we really appreciate it. Most of all, we hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next one.